I have had so many dreams lately where I'm taking my dick out in front of people, and not like in a sexual way. It's just like I'm just like, oh hey, by the way, have you seen this? And they're
0 to 100 very fast.
It's not like a Louis C.K. thing. It's like a science thing. It's kind of like how if you would like show somebody like a meme or something. It's just like, hey, have you seen my dick? I think that's what they'd laugh at both of them.
For all the viewers, I'd like everybody. We do a pre-show that you can watch on the Twitch, or you can watch it at patreon.com/GoBicker. Completely unrelated to anything that we were talking about.
No,
like I thought we were gonna start talking about Kit, and then he just threw in reverse and drove an entirely different road I have never seen before.
No, you just said a joke about it's your first time. Be gentle, and it reminded me of dicks, and reminded me of my dick dream.
So anyway,
what the fuck happened to Kit? Speaking of dicks,
what happened to Kit?
Speaking of dicks,
Because
speaking
he
of
hasn't
big
been here.
dicks.
Speaking of dicks, he hasn't been here in like 5 years. He was supposed to be here tonight.
but his work hates him.
Yeah.
Well, last night he was like shooting guns and stuff like that.
Yeah, he went
He came in
shooting.
with like this big Texas conversation about shooting guns with his father-in-law, who I'm certain there's some buck wild backstory to.
Oh yeah.
Because nothing with
Always.
Kit's ever like, oh, he's just a normal person.
Is that like a common thing to go shooting? Because I know we have shooting ranges. I know that. It's not a very frequent thing up here.
I mean, it's pretty common.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do it, yeah. My dad's been talking about it for years, and he's like really gung-ho about guns and everything, and so I have no idea why we haven't. He's just like, we should do that. And I'm like,
that's the thing.
sure.
My dad will talk about like, hey, let's go up to the shooting range. But like, I don't hear about the shooting range from anybody but my father. That's it.
Oh, I talked to people about, I was talking to somebody about shooting ranges this morning, because somebody was asking me how much, literally, somebody was like...
You just walk around and like, barbecue and guns.
Well, no, I was like
talking
talking to one of the guys I work with, the guy in one of my stores about, I talked to him about guns a lot, and he was like, moving to Charlotte, how are you going to go shooting? Because you're not going to be able to go shooting in an apartment complex like you can in your backyard.
It's part of your basic needs. You need food, water, shelter, shooting ranges.
Guns.
Exactly. Not even shooting ranges, just a gun.
Just
Anywhere
a gun.
can be your shooting range with a gun.
Anything's your shooting range, as long as you got a gun and a target. This is America. This is Donald Trump's America. As long as you have a gun and a target, you can make anything a shooting range.
Can I say, I love whenever you do anything like what you just did, because it's always this really huge buildup of like, little. It's like it takes so much effort just to go.
That's the thing. Joel, like, so frequently, and I didn't expect it to be so much of a thing, but Joel will frequently go like, for like the trains are coming.
But it's funny too. It's like it's deep
emphasis.
breath in, and then you're doing it for a couple seconds, and then it's just like you can barely hold in your breath for more than a couple seconds.
Sure, I can't. I got tiny lungs. I got squirrel lungs.
You're just a real weird boy, Maya.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of the 4 basic needs.
2,
Gun.
3,
Gun.
4.
Gun. Water.
Yeah, if you don't have at least one gun, you're not a real American.
Can you guys, when you guys pick a number between 1 and 7?
5.
Okay. Do you want me to say
We're
it?
supposed to say it
out loud,
silently.
please. Wait,
3.
I don't. What, Chris? What did you say?
5.
So I'll do 4.
I'd love to know what side tangent road this is going to take us off on, because we're just like pulling
Mad
topics out of a
Libs.
hat right now.
So I don't know what gave me this idea. I don't remember. I want to do Mad Libs.
We're just shifting gears all over the place.
And we're gonna do it slowly over the course of the episode.
Oh, okay. I like that.
And then I'll end the episode with me reading it off. First off, let's have a number.
3.
69.
Oh, actually, that's a better one. I
Okay,
like
let me
that
just-
one
I'll
more.
do
Talk for a
69.
moment that me and Maya passed 69 days yesterday with our snap streak.
Wait, wasn't that today?
It was last night that it was, because I remember looking at it half asleep, being like, hey, that's the funny number.
Yeah, we're still at 69. I'll take a screenshot of it.
Me and Maya had one for like a week.
I know,
and
you
and
didn't snap me back.
Me and Terry
fucked
still
it.
have our ongoing streak.
I was going to bed one night and I'm like, oh, I didn't check Snapchat today. I don't think anyone sent me anything. And I looked, and yeah, you had. I was like, oops. So.
Oh, you're on my list of like, there's like a list of like 10 people I send stuff to every day. You are both on that list.
Yeah, and I normally I'll check it right when I get up in the morning or
Yeah,
in the
because
afternoon.
I always get my little Terry on a coffee cup.
I know,
Good
yours
morning.
are so funny. Like, not
Are
funny,
they?
but yours are so original because you're the only one that does like a actual like the Bitmoji thing. Like the
You have like
physical
an
Bitmoji.
ongoing storyline going. I will admit, as much as you talk about how much you hate Snapchat, I always get excited whenever I get
I do
something
like
just
your
out of the
Snapchats
blue.
a lot, yeah.
Yeah,
Because it's
good
like,
to hear.
I don't know where it's gonna go. I don't know what it's gonna be because it's like it could just be like some funny response to something I just said, or just like something buck wild and out there.
Oh, I should show you guys. My friend Connor does the best Snapchat streak things I've ever seen in my entire life. He puts so much fucking effort into them, and I'll show you guys my favorite one. But while I look for it, we should continue with this, unless we just wanted to do the number for the Mad Libs. Did we want to do
69,
multiple?
that was the number.
Oh, okay, yeah. I just didn't know if you want to do like an adjective next or
Well, no,
like the next
we have
thing.
a bit of time. We'll figure it
Okay.
out. Can I read
okay.
another Mad Lib? The one that I found.
Yes.
I don't know when this was filled out. I don't know who wrote it either. The handwriting's nice, so it's not me.
I feel that.
It's the story called "Watching Anakin Grow Up" by Obi-Wan Kenobi. Just for context of before I get into this, I just want to say there's oh, I didn't even see the other one. There's 2 words in here that are not totally politically correct.
Oh no!
Just so you know. But again, this was written many moons ago. So when I first met Anakin, he was no more than a little dog. He was very force sensitive, but he seemed too fat to become a Jedi Knight. Boy, was I moronic. And just a few short retards. Anakin
Wow.
had proven himself to be a dumb Jedi cart. Now he's even training his own wheel. He may be a reluctant teacher, but he is doing it retardedly. Yikes, I think I know who came up with this one. He and his stalkerish Padawan, Ahsoka, fight side by stalker. We like stalker, I guess.
Stalker, good.
Side
word.
by stalker, like they've been doing it for years. They also know how to laugh with each other, which is important for building a poopy relationship between master and learner. Again, many years ago, so poopy was fucking hilarious.
Hilarious.
Very, very politically incorrect nowadays.
In that too.
Yeah, that was the incorrect one.
Yeah. In every task he's taken on in the Clone Wars, Anakin's been brave in yellow. It's funny because yellow means cowardly. I am stupidly lucky to teach him. Stupidly lucky. I fucking love that man. Teach him and learn from him. One day I'm sure he'll be the most green Jedi in the entire poopies. But let's just keep that between us. We don't want his butt getting too big. So that's what we call fucking comedy here on the greatest
Comedy
podcast
gold.
on the internet. Not really, but kinda.
But kinda.
But kinda.
I'm in a fucking nut. I swear to God.
I'm telling you, I really want a not really but kinda shirt where it's like not really, and on the back is but kinda, and there's
No,
two
but no.
slightly smaller
No.
ones below it.
No. What it is, it's the not really but kinda logo on the front, but then but kinda is like stamped over the first one.
Not really.
I do really like that idea too.
There's so many good shirt ideas that come out of this horrible
I should write another
monstrosity
one
we
down.
make every week.
Can I get a plural noun?
I can't remember what a noun is first.
Person, place, or thing. You fucking idiot.
I failed English. Don't judge me.
Let's hit it with the classic poopies.
Is that a noun? I suppose it is.
It is now.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
poop.
it's a bunch of little poops.
and then plural.
Yeah, you're
Poopies.
right. Poopies. It's a classic. Do you guys know what a double pipe classic is?
No.
I've heard the name before. I can't think of the definition off the top of my head.
It's when you burp and fart at the same time.
Oh, okay.
It's my dream.
I really like that. Have you guys ever done that before? Because I can't say I have.
I
I've
don't
done
think
it.
many people have.
Is
You
it nice?
done double pipe classic?
I'm pretty sure I have at some point.
Whoa.
Does it feel good?
I mean, it always feels good when you just let loose a lot of air from your internals.
That's true. Dude, okay. So my friends have started talking to me again, which is lovely. And quick little side tangent. I think a shitload of my issues over the last few months have simply just been being super lonely. Cause like since hanging out with them, I'm like it's been on an upward trend.
Oh, yay.
Anyway, and so on this past Saturday, I think it was. Time's a blur, so it doesn't matter. I was at their house
Time's
or their
linear.
apartment, and we were playing on their Switch. Me and the girl were playing Minecraft, because that's just what else am I
what you
gonna do?
do.
You know what I mean? That's what we were playing Minecraft, and I was sitting on their bed, and I was like, we were kind of back against the wall on their pillows, and I had to fart so bad, and you just can't do that. But then my stomach was like, oh, I hunger. and so a few times, like it would go like, and she'd be like, I went, oh, and she went, oh, it's okay. I'm like, that was all inside.
So, Saturday? Was it Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. No, it was Friday. Last Friday, I was getting out of a friend of mine's car, and I just let loose this earth-shattering and just bowel-destroying. One of those farts that make your pants fit better.
Okay, you know what's?
What does that mean?
It means you've let out a lot of air, and now everything fits better.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I went like the route where your pants are too big, and when you fart, everything fits better.
No, it's like I just like bloated up and all it come out.
Yeah, like as you're farting, you're letting more air in because the whole I don't.
Yeah, your whole
The hole's open. Air's gotta go somewhere.
I've been on the other end of that. I've been exceptionally burpy lately, and I don't know why.
That's
and
fun too.
It hit me yesterday because I was eating at lunch, and I try my best not to burp because I know it bothers Madeline. Madeline just doesn't like those noises. It grosses her out. And so I try my best not to like burp or like do just gross sounds. And I took a bite out of the slice of pizza that I had, and I just went like, I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And this guy that sits at our table that I don't know that well, he just looks at me and he's like, and I was like, don't fucking look at me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Oh, yeah. And I like burped in the quiet ass break room at my work, and I was like, why the fuck am I so burpy lately? Does somebody need to fucking pat me on the back?
What if someone did? Like, I imagine it being like, do you have like an elderly woman coworker with like
enough.
with like a little short hair type of thing, like
I do.
stereotypical
but
grandma?
Funny enough,
Just watching them come over, and go, it's okay, and then they're rushing in my head, it's okay, baby, and then it's okay.
Funny enough, on Saturday, I was giving several of my friends a ride because we were going out to eat. And like one of my friends wasn't feeling good or something, and so I was like, all right, he was sitting in the passenger side seat, so I was like, all right, it's okay, bud. And I was patting him on the back, and he was like, don't do that. I was like, why? And he was like, it makes me burp. I was like, I'm sorry, what? And he's like, I can't help it. When people pat me on the back, I just burp. And so I had him try it on me, and I just couldn't burp. It doesn't work on me. But him, if you pat him on the back, he will burp.
So it turns out when he goes home, he puts on a diaper and lays in a crib too.
Fuck. You just discovered a fetish about this boy.
Oh no. We already make the joke that he likes to be milked all the time.
Excuse me?
We
he
went
likes
to
to
a
be milked?
Be milked, yeah.
Excuse me?
Well, I
Like,
think you're close, but I think he likes to do the milking because he's a baby.
From upstairs
No.
or downstairs?
We downstairs. So like you
So
know
like a
how
cow?
you know those cow machines that like you put it on the udders and it just goes. Yeah, he made one joke one time at a county fair that we were at, and he was like, I want to go to that milking parlor. Because
County fair.
he jokingly wanted to put the thing on his penis. So now we just make the joke that he has that fetish, and he's like, I do not, it was a joke.
I saw a GIF on Reddit that was labeled. It was on my other Reddit, my secret one, and it was like the title of the GIF was like, or the post was like, someone's cock getting milked or whatever, and I was like, whatever. But then I watched it, and that was like, it was true. Like the way things were happening, like milking was an appropriate verb. Speaking of verb, like, can I get a noun?
Milk.
Milk, yeah, that's right. See, this is why.
Oh, I actually kind of want semen. No, I want milk.
Milk.
I can write man milk, man-milk.
Man milk. Yeah.
All right.
New man milk.
New man.
Get it at Walmart.
I don't remember last episode or most of the last few weeks. Is that
I
weird?
don't either.
Same. I can't remember the last time we did one of these.
Like 2 weeks ago?
Maybe?
And I haven't gotten like dick shit done in between. I got the last episode out that went out, so it was like episode 42, I think it was.
I know the last episode that came out was the one on relationships.
Which
No.
we still haven't beat the bad episode of that one show in time. It was short by like 20 minutes.
Short by like half an hour.
Close enough.
I don't think I was talking about the one on the GoBicker website, because I went on there to go on our Redbubble.
Don't talk about the website. The website needs to be fixed. I sat down and started to fix it, and then I was like, there's a lot of shit that needs to get done here. And then I was like, I'm gonna edit the podcast.
The latest
that I
one
do.
on that was absolutely the why are we single? And how good healthy relationship one. That was a hell of a long time ago.
It was like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
I mean, all the stuff we have recorded right now and like on the back burner, ready to edit.
Excuse me.
Did you even get anything out?
Yeah.
Oh, well, hopefully the audio picked it up because I didn't hear
I don't
it.
think it did. It was
That's
very,
a
very quiet.
Damn shame. All the stuff we have recorded is like from April. We're recording this in
It is
like mid-May.
Halfway through May.
Like the last episode we put out, episode I think 42, came out nearly a month after we recorded it. We recorded it. You think after all these years I'd be better at saying words?
Nah.
I'm not. Speaking of
Words
words,
are hard.
can I get an adjective?
Menstruation.
That's not an adjective.
Adjective is a word that describes a
Yeah.
noun. You fucking illiterate.
Menstruating doesn't count, does it?
No, that's a verb.
That's an
I don't know why that
adverb?
word came to mind.
Adverb?
No,
Is that one?
it's a regular verb.
That's just a
The
verb.
verb is like an action. I know that one.
Menstruating.
It's an action.
Yeah.
Also, I need an adjective. Describe
I
a
know.
noun.
I was trying to figure out if menstruating is an adverb or not. I know
It's not.
adverbs have the ly.
It would be an
now.
adverb if it was menstruatingly.
Menstruating.
Frustratingly bad.
Let's do pussy pink.
Okay. Oh no! I just read what this. Okay, we'll get into it later.
We have to keep it.
I read
Too late.
what this whole
The context.
the title of this piece. Yikes!
This piece.
Oh no.
This beautiful Mad Libs. I've said yikes so many times in the last week. I was watching the Netflix show You. Have you heard of it?
You? Me?
No,
I've never heard of it.
not a clue. I just got my Netflix account unlocked like a week ago.
Unlocked.
I fucking forgot the password to it and it locked me out. And I just haven't been
Jesus.
bothered to get locked back in, unlocked.
So I was watching this show. It's about a guy, a stalker, and it's a 10-episode season. So every episode, just watching it, I was just like, oh, yikes! Oh, yikes!
Yikes.
And like, I mean, you don't want to spoil things. It's a good show, worth watching. But there's just so many things he was doing and other people were doing without realizing like his dark secrets and everything. And it was just like, oh, yikes!
Yikes.
Oh,
Oof.
It was really yikes. And
Yikes.
I think there was other things too that I was just like, oh, yikes. Ooh, I have another maybe. Well, no, hold on. That transition didn't even make sense. I don't. You want to know something that I've been doing?
Speaking of penises.
No. Speaking of poopies, going back. Call back to the Mad
Once
Libs.
again, just hard shifting
Call
this
back.
episode.
Yeah,
Any
Listen,
which
it's okay.
direction.
Listen,
We haven't done this in a while.
my mind is racing. It's not.
It's nuts.
It's just all over the place. I can't focus. So Chris, you know how you track your shits?
Yeah, I do. I'm very proud of that number. I'm not very proud of that number because I poop a lot.
So
I poop more than most people should.
I don't know. Actually, I shouldn't have brought this up. It's too late now,
Thank
but
you.
I shouldn't have brought it up. I've been keeping track of how many times I think about killing myself.
Aw.
It's a lot. I like once you start writing it down, it's a lot.
I thought you were gonna go in another direction because Chris and I kept saying nut. So I thought you were gonna be like, I counted all the times that I nat.
Naps.
Can I think of any nut related things?
Can I say something I'm ashamed of? I thought about
Yes.
tracking it at one point.
Can I say something that I'm ashamed of that you will have to cut out of the episode so that
That's not that crazy.
No, it's just the fact that like no, I guess I can't really go into it any more than that. But yeah.
Okay. I need to figure out how the fuck therapy works.
Because I want to talk in person to somebody about my nut problem.
Yeah. But like I don't
Doc, why aren't I nutting as much?
I'm not nutty.
at this point I literally don't even know where to start. I'll figure it out one day. I
You
suppose,
throw a
but-
phone book down. You go to T, therapy.
You Google it. Or you talk
or
to your
Google.
parents and be like, listen.
Yeah, but then they're like, all right,
Pay
just
for
do
it with
then.
your health insurance. Cowards.
I'm sad.
Yeah.
I'm the big sad, and it's your fault. You probably shouldn't say that to them.
That's not a good thing to say.
I am convinced they're watching the show now. And maybe I shouldn't
Why?
be saying this.
Have they been like,
They've been extra friendly, and my mom started. She has now hugged me twice. I don't know what the fuck is going on though, because
I can't wait till your parents
she'll,
hear
like-
about your 90 nut a month.
jumpstart Dick June?
They're gonna come in and bring
Truck
you
in
a
the
giant
background.
bottle of lotion.
Did you see that
Be like
truck?
Happy June.
It crept by like a
was that a
cryptid.
person?
No, that was a truck. It was sneaking by like a fucking Bigfoot.
A truck going like what?
Yeah.
Up on 2 legs.
Chris, do you have a red truck on your household
I do.
lot right now?
On it right
I
now?
just
By,
like-
that was my
on
dad.
it?
That's why I terrifyingly looked around because it started and it sounded like something exploded. Yeah, he's driving up from. We've got a garage over there and over there. So we've got land. My dad makes a lot of cameo appearances on this show, if you can't tell.
My mom makes a lot of cameo appearances, but not like actually her.
I have my window open right now, and I'm just waiting for like the neighbor to start doing some shit, or my dad to start doing some shit, or just like earlier today there was construction outside, and like I was trying to edit one of the podcasts, and it was just I couldn't hear anything because it's just like bah! I think it was kind of far away too, but it was so loud I couldn't focus.
Talking about editing, I have to. Me and a partner in my Spanish class had to record a video, and we have to edit it, and like it's like an informational blah blah blah, and it's so fucking hard to edit, and it's so boring.
I love it.
Okay, you might like it because you get to do this stuff.
I had to do school videos.
Okay, that's fair.
But
Just make
imagine
them-
Maya
that's the
speaking
thing. You
Spanish.
just-
Yeah.
The thing is,
we're
you just
spe-
need to make them funny. That's all you do.
That's the thing. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about like because there were a lot of times when we like said the wrong thing and we weren't following the script or whatever, and so like there would be a lot of times of me going like.
You should
So
just
I'm
give him the
thinking
video
about,
to Terry
like,
and let him do
For
it.
I'm thinking about for the blooper reel for each time
Don't
we
do
go.
a blooper reel. Don't do a blooper reel. That's I have to tell so many fucking people. Blooper reels aren't funny. Don't do them, please.
But my idea was
I
like,
hate them so much. Everybody's always insistent on doing a blooper reel, and they're always terrible. Don't make the edit funny.
don't. Oh no,
Oh,
Maya
bye,
is
Maya.
Daya.
Stupid fucking joke, and I loved it.
Her face though.
Yeah, whenever she recovers from being the Joker,
We live in a society.
gamers rise up.
I love that subreddit. My favorite pastime lately has been going through trying to find weirder and weirder progressive subreddits.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my favorite still to this day is the Garfield one. I'm sorry, John.
Yeah, I'm subscribed to it now, and every once it'll come up now. I'm looking through
Oh,
Reddit,
yeah.
and I love it. It's good.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Well-
every time it comes up I get a little bit of joy because it's just horrifyingly terrible, but I
Yeah.
love every minute of it.
I think one of my favorites is still the one. I think I brought it up already. No, I know I did. The Grandpa Joe hate.
Yep, that
It's
one's a
just
good one.
like I don't know why it exists, but I love it.
One of my favorite ones is I've known about it for a while. It's been Disney Vacation, and it's just random, no context
Like the
WikiHow
WikiHow, yeah.
pictures.
Oh yes.
We might have talked about it before, but I love that subreddit.
I don't know if we have, but yeah, I love it too. Oh,
It's
my life
fantastic.
again.
hello.
Welcome back from being the Joker.
That was an adventure.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was saying. But my Discord like completely like it was doing the whole refreshing thing. Like
Yeah.
I couldn't even do anything on here.
Can I get a noun, please?
Door.
Okay.
Oh, I made a rough sketch. I made a rough sketch of V4. This is all in pen, by the way.
It's in pen.
Oh my.
Ooh.
Oh, the pubes. Oof. Boy, howdy, what is that? Oof.
Oh.
Oh God.
Oh.
And then I really fucked up on Terry's face.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
see it. Hold on, bring it back.
No,
I didn't see Terry's
I'm
good
embarrassed
face.
about it. I
wanna
really
see-
fucked up on his
I wanna
face.
Let
see
me
his
show you
beautiful
my
face.
draft as well.
Yeah, his draft is very good.
I don't have a draft. I feel like I came unprepared. Oh boy, howdy!
Yeah.
He looks so stoic.
Who, you or Terry?
No, Terry.
Yeah, he's crying because my motif for this, if you will, it's like a family portrait, a Victorian family portrait. However, flesh horse with reversed proportions. So he has a horse face,
So
but a human body.
I was drawing Flesh Horse at work, and it was a particularly busy day, and so I had to keep kind of like, ooh, I'm actually just gonna switch papers, and just like people would come in, and I'm drawing the monstrosity that is. Oh, you can't even fucking see it.
It's so good. We're not allowed to see it. Oh boy. Oh, how is that worse than I thought? Oh
And
boy.
I was gonna draw me as like dressed as like
Oh.
Cupid hanging from the ceiling, but like not from my neck though, just like from like a,
That's good. That's good.
from a diaper. But yeah. I thought it'd be fitting if Chris's leg was like hanging out off the throne.
If one of these is done by the time I move, I will get a print of this and hang it in my
Please
apartment.
do.
But it has to be done by the time I move.
Do you have a fire? Does your apartment have a fireplace? Because
I don't
listen,
know,
I
'cause
will.
I'm
I
going
will,
to look at apartments Friday.
I will get a piece of canvas. I will paint this if you will hang it up over your fireplace.
I'm pretty sure one of the apartments I'm going to look at has a fireplace.
If you get that one, it's gonna be well after when you move in, but I will do this for you. I'll scan it so that way we can sell prints of it
we
online,
gotta
but
do
you
that,
get the oil paint.
Painting. I will hold you to that. If I go with an apartment with a fireplace, I want it.
Okay.
Give it to me.
I've been wanting to get into painting, and Flesh Horse is just the way to go. If you
Yeah,
don't.
and
It's
honestly,
good.
what's funny though is I've been wanting to get into digital painting, and so I was gonna test my skills or lack thereof with my version of the Flesh Horse.
I think both of you should, and we should make a two-sided shirt with one version on one side and another version on the back.
Or just two different
Two
shirts.
different shirts. Yeah.
Yeah, maximize profit. Look at that. We're gonna
Now we're
make it
thinking like a
rain.
business.
I
I
want
have
money.
a random $140 sitting on my desk.
104. Jesus.
I have enough money on my
You're
desk right
fucking
now
balling,
for a bit of
dude.
spending money for our trip that probably will never happen, and also a Nintendo Switch.
Listen,
I need to buy a Switch again.
August is a month. Actually, I keep saying this. You guys could probably do it in winter, but I don't think you'll want to.
Oh yeah, because
I mean,
I don't
I'm-
experience winter normally.
Well, no, it's just like a matter of like, it's fucking boring. There's nothing to do.
Just look at the snow.
I mean,
Yeah, ooh, it's pretty snow.
I mean, how much
There's
other shit would we
lobsters.
be doing besides just like
That's true. Just
hanging
making
around
content.
And yeah, like
It's a good
I mean,
point.
in between content, we'd just be like yelling at each other about taxes because we're adults. That's what adults do.
Taxes. Let me tell you about taxes and census.
That's the weird thing about my desire to move to the Netherlands is that their taxes are very high there, and I'm very pro small government with low taxes, and yet they have like a big
People also
government
make
with big
buku
taxes.
money there, and they have health care.
Yeah, well, that's a big
Free
thing. It's
healthcare.
like
And
it's just
pot.
like nicer for the general person, because as we've stated a million times before, I'm an oxymoron in addition to being a regular moron. So like I have lots of contradictions and shit. Speaking of shit in the past, can I have a verb from the past tense?
Shitted.
Shitted.
I farted and shitted and come.
Came to my pants.
Okay, lovely. Thank you.
Next.
Completely unrelated. My friend is going on a date soon. I think it's his
Whoa.
first date. I'm not too sure. And then it just made me realize, wow, maybe I should just like, if I want to date somebody, maybe I should just be like, listen, let's just go on a date. Because he was super, super like docile about it. And then the girl that he's going on a date with, she was like, hey, do you want to hang out sometime? Like, do you want to go to see the movies? And then
See
he was
the
like, yes,
movies.
see the movies. They're going to see Detective Pikachu.
Do you
Wow.
wish to see the movies?
So she's like,
Yes
you want to
or
go
no?
see
I
movie?
do am a
see,
human.
You want to go see a movie? You want us to go see Detective Pikachu? And he was like, yeah, sure. Let me check my schedule. And then at the end of his shift, because they're coworkers, by the way, which was also a little like, ooh, they're coworkers. The only reason I that is because her ex-boyfriend, like, things got fucking ugly between them. It was bad.
Yikes.
Anyways.
Oh, that's what I kept saying yikes to. My friend was telling me about her coworkers and like a lot of yikes shit that they've done and do. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So at the end of his shift, he was like, so he was talking to her about like just something completely random. And then she was like, so is this technically a date? Like when we go see the movie? And he was like, I don't know. And she was like, well, do you like me? And then he was like, do you like me? And then she was like, yes. And then he said that I guess it's a date.
Wow.
So I feel like I should just ask people out. A worst case scenario.
I mean, absolutely, yes.
We've
no.
literally already told you
I
this
know.
many times.
But this is the first instance where I've seen it happen. Because I'm friends with both of them. I knew that she liked him. He didn't like her, but now he's like starting to, I guess, since she asked about.
Stockholm syndrome.
No, like he didn't know if he liked her or not. So, and then this, like, now that they're going on a date, it like solidified the fact that he did like her. Yeah, so I was like, maybe I should just do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can agree. I mean,
That's the
as
thing.
someone
Yeah.
who has zero confidence.
If there were people I knew in person,
Real human beings.
I don't know. I still probably wouldn't go for it. Never mind. I'm a liar. I'm a liar and a
Yeah,
pussy.
no, like, don't get me wrong. I say, yeah, I should just ask people out. I'm probably for the next few years probably won't ask a single person out.
But you should.
I should.
I grabbed my phone just now, and I don't remember why. I don't think I had a reason. I'm gonna set it back down.
Related to the coworker dating thing, I recently moved to bakery, and one of my trainers, we were making like small talk
Pause real quick. Who's fucking clicking on something?
Not me.
Christopher, I'm gonna end your life.
Christopher Columbus.
I'm sorry, Dad.
What you need is a rubber
More like,
band.
I'm sorry, Daddy.
I'll pull my. I've got a ring. I found this ring. I
There
don't
we
know.
go.
Hey, that's where my ring went.
Yeah, because you fucking yeeted it out of your hands and ended up in
Yeeted it into
this fucking
South
room.
Carolina.
Hell yeah, bro.
Oh no. Okay. I've now encountered a problem. I got stuck in an elevator today, by the way. Anyway.
What the fuck is happening right now?
How has that not been brought up already?
Honestly, I forgot about it. Yeah, got stuck in it. I was corporate for my company today because I was just telling everybody, I hate you all and I'm leaving. And yeah, like buddy of mine was like, let's go up and get a coffee. And got in the elevator, got to the first floor, door opened about this much, and it just didn't open anymore, and it just started screaming. So we had to have someone come pry us out of the elevator.
Jesus Christ. That sounds like a
So it's-
fucking nightmare.
Sat in the elevator for about 15 minutes, waiting on them to open the doors.
I don't know. I don't think I'm claustrophobic or anything, but I don't know what I would do in that situation.
I mean, it wasn't like, I think I'd be a little bit more scared if it was one of those ones where it like stopped in the middle of 2 floors. Because this one was like, it was all the way to the top. It just started to open the door. I was like, nope. So it was one of those things.
Did you guys like try to like? Gah.
Oh, yeah, it wouldn't move. And I could have fit through it, but the other guy I was with was a big guy. And I didn't want to be like, well, you just sit in the elevator now. So I just kind of sat in there
You
with
just
him.
go whoop and then.
Like I could have made it through. It would have been a tight squeeze, but I could have made it through.
Yeah.
With a little bit of pain. Him? No, he's a big old boy.
Thick. He's dummy thick.
He's a thick kid.
Speaking of weights and things, that's something that's so weird because the 2 real life friends, that's the other people I see, blah, 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 blah. They don't need that context, doesn't matter. Anyway, one of them, the guy, was really, really skinny for like ever. No. Before puberty, he was kind of short and chubby. But then with puberty, he got really tall and then like got really skinny. But then over the last like 6 months, he's decided to bulk up. And then I've started to slim down. And after years of knowing him, now he's like significantly heavier than me. And that's just fucking weird. Like, I don't know. It's
Wacky.
It's just so
Wacky wild, yo.
I don't get it. It's You know what I mean?
Fat people, am I right?
Well, that's the thing. He's not fat. He's like bulked up, like working out and shit.
Oh, so he's strong.
I think so. Yeah.
Strong boy.
Just go on. Just go on.
Did you hit your dick?
No. Just struggling. Just keep talking about whatever you're talking about.
Can I get a verb?
Analingus.
I don't think analingus is a
No,
verb.
analingus isn't a verb.
Fingering.
Fingering. What is analingus then if it's not a verb?
A noun.
No, that's a verb. It's an action.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Oh, analingus, like cunnilingus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking.
what were you
I was thinking.
thinking?
It sounded like a disease. I don't.
If it was a disease, then yes. But no, it is the act
So
of...
wait, finger or
munching-
Do
analingus?
we want fingering or
like
analingus?
fingering.
Literally just
personally.
fucking said that.
I know. I was asking Chris.
Then
I'm a fan of fingering.
But you don't need to repeat the thing I literally
I'm
just
a fan
said.
of fingering too. Let's
Let's
do
go
it.
with fingering, because we're both fans of fingering.
talking about fingering. I saw a tweet and it was of a lady that likes other ladies, and she
Right.
was a news journalist, and she had mentioned, she posted a thing. It had a picture of her hands, right? And it was like, why there's a huge stigma against girls that have fake nails or long nails, and why I'm never gonna cut my nails for somebody, and this is why people don't date me, and blah 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 blah. And she was like angry about it. Everybody rightfully was like, nobody wants to get their box cut up by your claws, by your
Yeah,
talons.
I was literally this week's episode of Your Mom's House was they literally had a discussion about that because they're talking about I don't remember who it was, somebody whose boyfriend has really long nails, and it was the same thing. Like, oh god, yeah, I wouldn't want to get it fucked up like that.
Listen,
Gotta
I'm just
trim your fingers before
Yeah.
you go dive into the muff.
Spelunking.
yeah.
Spelunking.
Before you go digging around that box, you gotta clip your fingers.
Before you go rummaging through that box,
You need to clip your fingers.
I just say, hard right turn here. Really dislike the summertime. I get very sweaty. And it's very evident anytime, I don't know why, I do the podcast. Because anytime I do a podcast during the summer, my back gets sweaty as fuck. This doesn't happen during the winter. I'm a very dry boy during the winter.
Bring a
I just
towel in there.
adjusted myself in my seat, and I can actively feel the moistness accruing in the back of my shirt. I guarantee you, I could probably wring my back of my shirt out. It's drenched in sweat. I have no idea why. This
I
only
wanna
happens when it warms up.
Open my window so bad because it's also getting very warm in here, and that kind of segues into what I also was going to talk about. I couldn't do that because you guys would see just my bare ass because this dress is so fucking short. Today was a nightmare going to school because here's the thing: dress comes down to my
stress dreams like
knees. The dress comes down to my knees. Wait, hold on.
Hey, back
Hold
up.
on.
Terrence, is there something you want to tell the class?
And I've had dreams that have had very small clothes and they barely fit, and they always kind of they don't cover things like I'd like.
I thought you were talking specifically about having a short dress on.
Probably at some point.
I mean, maybe. Listen, if he wants to wear a dress, let the boy wear a dress.
so wait, like you had to have known it was too short before you left the fucking house.
I knew it was. Here's the thing: I didn't sit down when I was at my house. I put the dress on and I got
Is
ready
this
and I
your
was
first
standing
time
up.
ever wearing it?
This is my second time, but the other time I was wearing different shoes, and for some reason, I don't know how. I literally don't know how. I think it's because my shoes make. Here's the thing: I wore higher heels today, and when you wear higher heels, it lifts your butt up a little bit more.
Oh,
It
okay,
perks. Because
okay.
have you ever seen a girl's comparison wearing heels versus wearing flats?
No.
Her butt looks way better. Butts look way better in heels. That's just
I just
them's
like
the
butts.
facts. I love butts.
Butts are so great.
Butts look better in heels. I was wearing higher heels than the time I wore this dress before, so that made my butt perkier, if you will, like wearing a sports bra. Or not a sports bra, but just a push-up bra for my butt. And when I sat down, it's like... it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. Trying to bend over and pick my stuff was a fucking nightmare.
But again, like you had to have known.
I knew it was short, but I didn't realize it was gonna be that bad today. Because today it was, for some reason, way worse than it was yesterday. Like, not yesterday, but the day before.
Yesterday, I wore the
The
same
day
clothes
when I
every
wore
day.
this dress before.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
I don't know why it was so much different, but
I don't understand women's clothing.
what don't you
Although I would own
understand
a
about it?
kilt.
What?
Don't just move on.
No, let's not move on. I don't understand women's clothing, but I would own a kilt.
It's not women's clothing.
No, it's men's clothing. It's like women's clothing. It's like a dress.
No, it's like a skirt.
I don't understand. Well, this is just a weird, just segue topic into my mind.
Okay.
I understand why like pants are men's clothes for the most part, but dresses are women's clothes. You think dresses would be a men's thing because room for the balls to air out. And the
Yeah,
flop.
and here's the other thing.
I don't like being contained by pants. I would straight up wear a kilt every day if it was socially acceptable.
It is. You
I
can wear a
don't-
kilt.
I mean, I'm not Scottish. I feel like you gotta be Scottish.
You can
to
say you're
accept-
Scottish. No one looks Scottish.
Do your thighs touch when you're standing?
I mean, it depends on how far my legs are spread, but yeah, like if I'm
It's,
standing
I
on
don't
legs
know.
Just
together,
regularly, your thighs touch?
like just stand like.
like-
Hold on.
Like, how close do I need to be standing?
Yeah.
Just like a regular stance, how you normally stand.
I mean, like how much touching are we talking here?
Like, a considerable amount of touching.
That's a negative, Ghost Rider.
Is that
That's a, yeah, that's a negative. That's the thing. Pants should absolutely be girls' clothing, because for some reason, well, not for some reason, I'm sure there's some sort of biological reason for it. Girls got thick thighs, bro. And with thick thighs comes chafing. Or as the plus size community calls it, the chub rub. When the chub of your thighs rub together and it fucking burns.
I had that when I went to RTX, and I got it like the first day. And so walking around
Oh, God.
the other 2 days was really bad.
I just maintain for the fact we need to make skirts men's clothing.
Just wear a kilt. So for the next noun, should I write kilt?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that the thing you Snapchatted?
Yeah, this is Moshi.
I still don't get that.
I don't understand
Don't know
that.
what you're talking about.
Moshi.
Why Moshi? What is the pun? Is that a pun? Is it a joke?
Moshi. No.
Is it a reference?
Well, alright.
I don't get it.
We went to
Not-
Build-A-Bear.
Okay.
Here's the story. We went to Build-A-Bear.
Yeah, because you're only 18.
Because, yeah, I mean, we just wanted to build a bear. So I wanted to build a bear real bad.
Of course you did.
I saw Yoshi, and I was like, I have to get Yoshi. Like, I have to. It's a legal
Totes.
obligation. And the entire time, my friend was like, Yoshi. Because have you ever seen the big fat Yoshi before?
No.
Google fat Yoshi for me, real quick. Damn it. All right. You don't even want to pull it up on your phone?
I'm pulling it up. Don't worry.
Well, I know you are, but Terry isn't. But I appreciate you pulling it up, Chris. Thank you.
Ooh.
Fat Yoshi's
Bonker.
fucking nice, right? There's I don't know if you guys know him, Donkey.
Thick bitch.
There's a YouTuber named Donkey, and in one of his videos, he says he's prank calling people, and he's like, "Pull up." Nobody can imitate Donkey
that wasn't that
correctly.
bad. That was
Alright,
close.
Pull up, fat Yoshi. And the guy's like, all right. And then Donkey's like, Yoshi. But like in a way deeper voice. And then he's like, that's the sound he makes. And so he just kept repeating the Yoshi. And then for some reason I thought he was saying Moshi. So I was like, Moshi. And then, long story short, Moshi got fluffed. He got stuffed. He got flipped around. And then we were looking. I was just gonna leave Moshi naked, right? I was just gonna leave the Yoshster naked. And then we found boxer briefs, and I was like, I need boxer briefs for Yoshi. I mean, clearly. Who the fuck wouldn't get boxer briefs for Yoshi? So he has boxer brief now. And then we decided he was going into the witness protection program for tax evasion. So that's why his name is now Moshi, and he has a wig and sunglasses.
Okay. So with all that context, why were you mad that neither of us understood what the fuck you were talking about?
Yeah, because that really
Was I
sounds
mad?
like a
You're
deep.
like, why did nobody like my Snapchat?
I was, I didn't
yeah.
understand what was going on because I had
I
zero
was mad about that because I
context.
put a lot of effort into Moshi. Look at it.
But
mean-
it doesn't make sense. So what were we supposed to say?
Moshi.
I thought it was some meme that the youngsters of
Yeah.
today were.
Moshi.
So what do you have to say for yourself?
Please explain yourself.
Moshi. That's what I have to say for myself. Oh, tiny Moshi.
Finger up the butt.
Moshi. Moshi.
We all got blue cups.
Yeah. We're the Blue
Hey.
Cup crew.
Kind of green.
Mine's,
teal.
Should I write? So the next thing is body part. Should I write down dick?
Yeah.
Vagine.
Oh my god. So I have recently, like I said before, I've recently gone to the bakery. I've only had to write happy birthday on a cake one time.
How'd that
And
go?
Cool.
when I did it, it went fine. My handwriting was pretty shaky, but, you know, it was my first time. It's okay. It happens. I swear, it doesn't happen often. And so I was the only, here's the fucking terrifying part. I was the only one in the bakery at the time because my trainer had left to go on his break, and I was like, oh, cool. And so I was freaking out. And so I did that. And the dude was like, can you write happy birthday Brender on the cake? And I was like,
Brender.
yeah, I can
hard
write
R?
that. So I took the cake and I wrote happy birthday, and I was like, could you spell the name for me, please? And he was like, Brenda. And I was like, thought so. I thought that's what it was. You fucking Mainer adding R's to nothing.
Absolutely would have just spelled
Can
it
you write
phonetically.
happy birthday, Brender?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely would. I was like, well, that's what you said, Brender. I'm sorry. Speak like a normal human being.
Oh my god. Yeah, I know for like 100% certain that I would have wrote Brender on it, and he would have been like, "What the fuck is this?"
What the fuck?
What you said.
I was torn between writing Brenda because I knew it was a main accent, so I knew it was Brenda. But I was also like hesitant to just write Brenda because I was like, what if it is Brender? Like, what if I was just making an assumption?
It's the dumbest name I've ever heard.
Working in the bakery, it's super fucking different than working on the front end, because on the front end everybody's
so.
like in their customer service, like they're in their customer service zone, right? Mm-hmm. Unless it's nighttime, and then you talk about weird shit. But in the bakery, because there are no customers, you can just talk about whatever you want. And I was doing inventory or something. I was putting like bread on pans, and I was focused. And my trainer that day, Broderick, was like, "Hey Maya, how do you like chest hair on men?" And I was like, what? And he was like, how do you like your chest hair on men? And I was like, I don't know. He was like, these two over here, two other, like Bethany and Al is Allison. I don't know
The
why
most
we call her
normal
Al.
name in the entire bakery.
Bethany
Al.
and Allison. We call her Al. I don't know why, but we call her Al. Because
Oh,
I guess
this
she doesn't
isn't
like
like-
Allie.
A dude, okay.
No. Bethany and Allison, they like no hair, but not too much hair. They don't like real hairy. And I was like, I mean, I guess that's fine. Like, I don't know how I like my body hair on men. It was just fucking weird, because like it came out of nowhere. Nobody's ever asked me a question like that before. He
But
was
they
just
were
like,
obviously
This
talking about it,
podcast.
so it didn't come out of like
yeah,
nowhere.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not like someone just think about hair.
And then like there was this one part that made me like, I was like, because we were talking about contacts and glasses, because she wears contacts because she doesn't like glasses. Bethany and I both wear glasses because we don't like contacts. And like while I was doing inventory stuff, I had answered, no, I don't wear contacts. I just like glasses more. And then Broderick and Bethany started talking more. And then, yeah, I just heard Broderick go, yeah, I just think glasses are sexy. And I was like, okay.
Oof.
I know what
All
it
right.
means.
Are they?
I always like them.
I-
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do look very nice. When they're the right kind. When they're like,
Yeah.
no. If they're like wire on girls specifically, wire frame glasses on girls aren't very good.
I don't know what it is. Okay, let's go back to the kinky episode type. I don't know what it is. Well, like, chick wears glasses like this?
Oh, like the sexy librarian? Like,
Oof. Boy, howdy. Don't know why, but that just, oof.
I can't do that because it plugs my nose and I sound like Squidward.
Hey, baby.
It's so fucking weird.
You want some?
How quickly in the morning do you have your coffee?
I have my coffee on the way to work. So, like, after
So
about
that-
an hour being up.
Oof, yeah. I literally can't function if I don't have it immediately.
Jesus Christ.
I have.
See, I get, that's another thing. I get a lot of headaches in the morning. That's
Yeah.
probably another reason why I get a head, because like I'll put my glasses on and it'll get a little bit better, but it really won't go away till I have my coffee. And it's getting worse because I've gotten into cold brew at Starbucks. I've started where I'll get one like in the afternoons to pick me up. I get a headache. I don't have it now.
Oof, yeah.
And I'm getting really bad with coffee.
I mean, we're addicted. I think that's what it is.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I am so glad that I don't like the taste of coffee so that I don't have to deal with that as
Oh,
of
I
right
love
now.
it. And it's like,
I love it
it's
too.
It might be a
horrible.
thing in college though.
If I go more than an hour, it's like head splitting. Yeah, I have to have it. If it's on the weekends, that's the first thing I have.
Yeah. There are two things that I stay away from, and it's coffee and energy
heroin.
drinks. Because I don't want to get, like...
Yeah, see, I don't like energy drinks. So it
'Cause it's
works out
like-
for
Yeah.
me.
Everybody at my school is fucking addicted to these things called rushes, which are 2 Red Bulls in a fucking giant cup, and it has like shots of other energy drinks in it.
Oh,
And it's
God.
like, and they drink it every single day.
No,
it's
I
like,
couldn't
oh
do that.
my
Gonna
fucking god.
kill them.
Yeah,
I
oh
don't.
yeah.
I don't understand these. Like the only time I've ever drank like Monster or whatever is if I've got. I've drank like 3 or 4 maybe in my entire life, and it's literally only been on overnight installs for work because
Yeah.
Starbucks is like, there's no coffee shops or anything that's got enough energy that I can make it through a like 5 a.m. shift, and there's always someone else there who's like, "Well, I got a Monster if you want one." But like coffee wise, oh yeah, I'm fucking just like, put it in me.
Put it in me.
Boy.
Also, like, because I do the French press, which has a lot of caffeine in it because I pretty much put like an entire coffee pot's worth of coffee grinds. Everybody's just zoned out looking at their phones. It's great.
I'm trying to figure out what is in a rush.
I have to add to my kill myself list.
Oh God. What about this moment?
Because I said, man, that's gonna kill them if the kids drinking Rush. So I'm like, oh, I want to drink it. So I should. I don't know.
Make me sad. Anyway.
Listen, maybe this is therapeutic in some way too, because it makes
Hopefully.
me like cognizant of all the times I'm
Realize,
thinking
yeah.
about killing myself. There was like last
from-
week was
So
fucking terrible,
being wet.
just like the whole week. I think it was last week anyway. Yeah, and like there was one night, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in one night, and these were all like just like a little bit apart from each other. And then it kind of got slower at one point because I got distracted by something else, but like it was a lot.
How detailed are you keeping this? Are you like time?
I put like the
Stamping?
date, time, and then just like the general idea of what I said.
Oof.
The one time I like really like caught myself, like I wasn't even thinking about anything else. It just like bah, surprise.
Kill yourself.
It was we were at this restaurant. My grandparents invited us out. It was the same restaurant I talked about a while back that has all the really hot servers and stuff.
Ooh.
So that was fun again. And it's like the restaurant itself. It's I don't know what the building was. I think it was like a factory at some point, but now it's a restaurant. And so the restaurant part of the building is like on the second floor balcony. And I just caught myself thinking like, oh, would I die if I jumped off here? And then I went, oh, well, okay, gotta write that down.
Oof.
But again, no,
Yeah, just-
listen. First off, can I get a noun?
Ibuprofen. Because it relates to something that I'm going to say.
No, but it's still true that I'm not gonna kill myself.
Which is
That's
good. Happy
I'm still
about that.
I'm still suicidal, I guess.
You're more than welcome to think about it. Just don't do it.
I found out today in my calculus class that apparently the teacher had to report something because, or no, it wasn't the teacher. It was one of my classmates. She was talking about how one of her friends was reported for saying something. I don't know if it was a joke. I don't know if it was like genuinely curious. I don't know if they were like serious about it. But they asked how many ibuprofens does it take to kill myself.
I had to write that down too. At
Just
some
a
point,
hypothetical.
Yeah. And so the teacher had to report it because anytime teachers hear any like threat of like a student killing themselves or like, threatening other students, they have to report it, even if they know that it's a joke. So like,
Schools nowadays must be very busy then.
so, and then that just started like how many does it take? And so one guy
does it
started
take?
Googling, right? And he was like, how many ibuprofen does it take? And then he was like, oh no. And we were all like, what? And he was like, how many ibuprofen does it take to kill a cat? And we were like, no.
Oh my god.
Somebody Google
Why would you
that.
ask that question to Google?
Okay, but how many would it take?
I don't know. He refused to click on it because he was like, I don't want to know.
I mean, just out of curiosity, I run out of cat food. I gotta feed Kitty something. All I've got is
probably one would kill
ibuprofen.
your cat.
No, it's gotta be more than one. I'm
No,
going to
yeah.
Google.
Listen,
how many
if you
ibuprofen-
have
it's
like
open in private
3
window.
a day every single day, it's gonna destroy your stomach lining.
Absolutely.
It's really hard to figure out anything about ibuprofen.
Oh boy, howdy, wowzers! Almost even worse. How many ibuprofen will kill a dog? How many ibuprofen will cause a miscarriage?
Yikes.
Yikes!
Yikes!
Do I really want to Google how many ibuprofen will kill a cat?
No.
No.
Because incognito doesn't really hide anything, you know?
No.
It doesn't hide it from God. Big man upstairs is gonna be like, why were you Googling how to kill your cat, bud?
Oh, speaking of telling jokes, I did my performance art last week before.
Please tell me you
whenever
got the video of this.
I don't currently have the video, but I did request it. And so I'm sure she'll get back to me at some point. So
How'd that go, bud?
my first few jokes bombed. Like, nobody laughed
This
when
is
they
the
saw me.
performance art where you were in the Batman mask, right? Okay.
Yeah. I was really nervous that, like, because, like, even this year, too, like, oh, yeah, you can kind of see it. Boop, boop. So when the sleeves go up, you know, like, it's like literally, I mean, you saw it just now, right above the sleeves on both arms. Like, there's all sorts of oopsie-uttos. And the sleeves on the Batman costume are short. So it's like, oh, I don't know. So I actually don't know what was seen. I guess I'll see it when I see the video. But nobody seemed to laugh when they came in. They saw me dressed as Batman. And then I was like, okay, this is good. And then I made some joke like, oh man, Batman really let himself go, huh? And nobody laughed again. I was like, fuck. And then I made some joke about how I should have been dressed as Scarecrow instead of Batman because I'm terrified. And then I got a couple of like light chuckles. But I'm like, okay, this is great. And then I went on a rant about Grease 2 for a few minutes, and that went swimmingly. I got some, and I didn't get like full belly laughs or anything like I was hoping, but I didn't say anything that funny either. But I did get some more chuckles, and then people were like, "Oh man, do you have like a YouTube channel where you do that kind of thing?" I was like, "Well,
Yes,
no."
I do.
Did
as a
people
matter of
actually
fact.
say
Not that exactly, but I do do a podcast, GoBicker.com/channel, and I don't think anyone's gonna come from that either. But I did pimp GoBicker.
I'm glad.
As I tend to. And then people were like, I didn't even know there was a Grease 2. And they're like, yeah, I thought you were making all that up. And I'm like, no, all that's real.
No, it exists. The
It's
only thing I know
real.
about Grease 2 is that it was really horny. And there was
Oh, yeah.
No, I know 3 things. It was very horny. There was a plant song that was very sexual. And then
Reproduction.
some guy convinced his girlfriend that the world was ending so that they could bang.
Yep. Yeah. So, yeah.
Those are the only things I know about it.
Super horny. There's a song that takes place at a bowling alley. And it's called We're Gonna Score Tonight. But obviously they're not talking about bowling because all these couples are like spinning each other around and like doing all sorts of things. And Johnny at one point does like an electric slide down the bowling alley, and then he's like screaming and it's crazy. And then his girlfriend Paulette, I think her name is, she comes dancing and singing down to him and all sorts of shit. And then there's the reproduction song where they're talking about plants, but then they're literally like taking each other's clothes off and like kissing each other as they're doing it, and the teacher at the front of the classroom's like, oh, actually we're talking about plants, and everyone's like, bleh. And,
Not today.
And then the guy he's showing his, I guess probably like his dad's or his family's bunker or whatever, and then he closes the door, and then he has the other T-birds come up outside with like one of the sirens, and they're like you know, like a cow outside the door. And then they're like, well, the world's ending. We should bang. And she's like, well, I don't know about this, but yeah, I think you're right. And then so they're about to bang, but she's like, well, wait, hold on. What if someone needs our help? And so she goes and like runs out the door, and then then the friends are outside. She's like, oh, you.
Whoever thinks the world's ending, I'm going to get my dick wet. Whoever thinks that.
I've heard that from a ton of people, that they're like, the first thing that happens, because like they know they're gonna kill themselves, so they're gonna go out with a bang, literally. They're gonna fuck the shit out of their significant other or whatever. I don't know. They're gonna bust a fat nut and then they're gonna bounce, because like I don't want to live in the zombie apocalypse or whatever apocalypse. So
anytime, which hasn't been very often, but anytime where I've been like, things are gonna get serious, I've never been like, guess I just gotta get fucked, dude. Like. And never once. It's always been like an immediately like, how do I get out of this situation? What do I do?
Is it like
survival
end
tactics.
Of the world bad? Because that's the thing with these situations. It's like
yeah,
an
this
apocalypse
isn't
is
like,
impending.
oh no, I'm gonna fail my exam.
Excuse me. Because it's not like, oh, I'm actively in danger right now. It's, oh, the world is going to shit because there's zombies or there's a fucking nuclear war or whatever. So I have time to actively think that I'm gonna die pretty soon here, but I'm not dying right now. So let me bust one more nut, and then I can go.
And then die. No, because every single time I've thought, okay, let's say nukes go off, I somehow survive and I'm in a nuclear wasteland, or zombies happen, or like fucking the bird box happens and there's a giant invisible monster. My immediate thought is like always kill myself first. First and foremost, kill myself.
Yeah. Except maybe that'd
no
be different
busting nuts.
if you had a significant other who you wanted to
I've
bust one
never
fat nut
thought
into
about
one last
busting
time.
nuts.
You haven't yet, but maybe you would. I would jerk off
Maybe
one more
I
time.
would. Maybe I would think about like I just want to peg him, want to peg him or her one last time.
Only
one
pegging.
final time.
Only
pegging.
pegging. Do you not want to get pegged?
What do you think I am? Some sort of fucking bottom? No.
Maya as a power top.
I feel like bottom sounds more like impressive, like it would be like the dominant one. Well, because what I think of is somebody laying there on the bottom, and then someone's on top of them doing the fucking. That's what I think of.
You don't gotta put in any effort.
They're not even doing the effort; they're just getting the pleasure. That's yeah.
Okay, I see what you're saying, but I feel like the person who's doing the fucking is like they're in control, and they're the top. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah, I get both, but
As long as I'm getting something out of it, I don't care. We could both be laying there for all.
Can I have another noun?
Fucking starfishing it.
Yep.
Starfish.
I'm a starfish. I'm not a top or a bottom.
I'm. This is going back to a conversation from a few episodes ago now. I really do think, like, not a fetish necessarily, but I do really enjoy the encouraging nice shit that I was talking about in that one pornography film I watched. Like
film. I love when it's called a film. Because I like to think you're busting out the 8mm, sitting there.
But it was just nice to hear nice things. Because like more often than not, in most porn, you're just like, oh, you're a slut. You want to get fucked.
Gotta
like,
be
yeah,
careful.
I want to fuck that slut bitch.
Because then you're gonna condition yourself to it, and like Pavlov's dog your way into a boner every time someone says something nice.
Well, that's lucky for me because no one says anything nice to me.
Tara, you're a wonderful person.
Stop.
Oh no. I have fucking Pavlov's like trained myself. Whenever the cash register drawer opens, I immediately say, "How would you like your change broken up?" Which is very weird when people hand me cash. Like, when people can hand you cash and then pay for the rest on card. So they get no money back.
Right.
And so I'm like, cool beans. So somebody handed me money, and I was like, cool. And I put it down, and I was like helping bag, and then they ran their card and whatever. And then I heard the thing open, and I was like, how would you like your change broken up? And she was like, what? And I was like, oh.
Of course I have it.
It's because, yeah, okay. And she was like, okay. I was like, okay.
Can I get another noun?
Vibrator.
Thanks. Yeah.
I can't wait to see how this all comes together.
Just wait till I read the title. Else I think Maya's dead again. Unless she's just really blown away by what I just said.
The convenient thing is her glasses are reflecting anything, so I could tell by doing this.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
A
Yeah.
little bit of science. No, Maya's dead. Let's talk about it. Let's the hard-hitting topics.
Let's talk about taxes.
Taxes and politics.
God, the government.
Nipple piercings.
What if Hillary Clinton had nipple piercings?
That's a very uncomfortable thought because I just wondered if Donald Trump had nipple piercings.
Gross.
Kind of know that boy don't wear undershirts, so you'd be able to tell.
What do you think his nipples look like?
Probably not great.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, you think they're like, because he spray tans.
Oh yeah.
Who the
Spray
fuck
tans
are
his
you
head,
guys
he's
talking?
like spray tans his nipples
Hold
too.
on, your thing's blank.
You're black.
Wow.
There you are.
Just kicked over an ammo canister. Don't judge me.
Can I have a weird sound? Preferably something that's spellable.
Plunk.
Plunk. Love it. We have two more
might
after
be it.
this.
Good, because I really gotta pee. Maya, what do you
Yeah?
think Donald Trump's nipple look like?
I don't ever want to imagine them. Probably like pepperonis.
Oh, you
Yeah,
think
that's
they're big
kinda
and
what I was
long? I think
thinking.
they're really small and gross.
Not big and long, like
Like
just
pepperoni.
big.
Oh, so like a
Just
like a slice of
monsters.
pepperoni.
Yeah, like flat and
Oh,
big.
so I was thinking like a pre-cut pepperoni.
No, I'm thinking like it looks holy too for some reason. Like spots on it. It's weird.
With little hairs.
Well, yeah. Oh god, you
Ew.
can imagine that his body is all fucking like disgusting.
Nasty.
Well, because like he's really fat and very old, and it's like that's just a bad combination for your entire everything. It's really surprising that actually he's like seems to be doing all right.
Yeah.
Health wise, yeah.
Yeah, like he's not. It's just what was the whole thing? Like he's 225 and at the peak shape of his life, or whatever. It's like no, the fuck he's not.
No. Boy's done a lot better, but like gotta give him credit the fact he's still kicking, because you know that boy don't eat good.
No, he don't eat good. He doesn't seem like tired, especially when he's going out yelling about whatever the fuck he's yelling about. Like it's kind
Probably
of.
does like a lot of cocaine though. Like,
But wouldn't that make him skinnier? Or is he just eating so much shit that it's counteracting?
yeah, I think it counteracts. the
He's
cocaine.
using the cocaine to eat more.
I see. Okay.
Possible, because that boy's gotta get tired, because he's a big old boy.
He's huge. Yeah.
He's a big old boy, and he's the president. Which I mean, he probably doesn't do that much as president anyway.
He does a lot
To
of
be
yelling
honest.
though. Like that's just the thing. It's like going out and just doing a ton of
You
public
get tired,
speaking.
like someone who yells a lot. You do get tired yelling.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I don't yell as much as Donald Trump does.
And like yeah, and like being that angry for that much time. I mean,
that angry and that thick. Because Donald Trump is thick,
yeah.
He's
like
juicy,
a wall.
dude. He's not even juicy.
Can I get a noun?
Thick,
Nick.
That's an adjective.
thick with two C's.
Wait, thick would be an
Thicket?
adjective. Nick would be a proper noun, or it could be a
But
verb.
he said thick.
Kit.
But if he said thick, then it would be an adjective.
But unless he wants to do thicket.
Kit would also be a proper noun.
Fuck you.
I just need a person, place, or thing. Jesus Christ.
Chicken.
All right, Jesus.
I'm
you okay?
special. No, I'm not.
Was there a little man stabbing you in the kidney that you can't let us know about?
My finger and shirt are currently stuck to a ring because I'm an idiot.
Let us see. I want to see it.
Oh, that's my oh, fucking idiot. So- I can't feel the end of my finger right now.
You need to go get
got it off.
a stick of butter.
Stop fucking putting the ring on your fingers if it doesn't fit.
It just
Jesus fuck, are you okay? Oh my god. Can I have an adjective?
Sloppy.
salami.
Jesus. Alright. This Mad Libs is called Mom's Messages.
Oof.
Hi,
like this.
it's your mother. Where are you? I left over 69 poop sheets on your answering mom milk, or man milk.
No.
On your answering man milk. There we go. Maybe you forgot to turn the pussy pink ringer on. You're coming for door tonight, aren't you? You certainly
Every
could
night.
use a home shitted meal. I'll call you later. Hello, it's me again. I'm at the doctor. Don't finger. I'm fine.
Oh no.
Don't finger. Don't finger.
Sorry, Ma.
I was in the market and I slipped on a kilt. On a kilt. No, wait. On a kilt peel. The doctor says. this was good. The doctor says I sprained my dick. Oh, Mom.
Oh, Ma.
I may have to wear a brace on the ibuprofen or use crutches. But don't worry, honey. I'll call back. Hello. Good, you're fine there answering. Answering. What? I can't speak any louder. I'm seeing a starfish at the theater. Shakespeare's Midsummer Night's Vibrator. Plunk! I'm gonna have to lower my chicken. The actors are giving me sloppy looks. I'll call you back.
Oh.
Sloppy ones.
They're up on the stage, just
Sloppy.
going.
I feel dirty now.
Yeah. So that's what you guys created.
This is the abomination to God that we have wrought. Anyway.
So if you didn't know, this is the worst. I always say that, and I always then I regret it immediately after, but it just feels right. Though, anyway. But it's a podcast on the internet. Not really, but kinda.
But kind
But
of.
kinda.
Of course, you can go to patreon.com, or no, oh, wait, we gotta switch that. You can go to twitch.tv/GoBicker and watch it live as we record it. When that is, you kind of have to just like check on the Twitter and everything and kind of keep an eye on it. But then if you miss that and you're like, oh fuck, I really wanted to actually see that before it gets edited a month later, then you can go to patreon.com/GoBicker at even the $1 level, and you can get the VOD there early, including the last like 25 episodes of pre and post shows, some of which are like hours and hours long, and that's impressive. And like a lot of time, like an hour or so will get cut from the episode, depending on how long we go for. So that's fun too. And of course, you can also go to GoBicker.com/shop, where you can get things like stickers, t-shirts, mugs, and more. It's also just fun stuff. A new Flesh Earth at some point in the next few months, I think. It seems like we have a plan together at least, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, maybe we should try getting it done for the 2-year anniversary. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
And other than that, GoBicker.com in general. Subscribe to your audio service of choice. Follow on Twitch. Subscribe to YouTube. You know how it is. Until next time, we're going into the post show now. And so we'll see you all next time.
Yeet.